Sources say that Donald Trump's legal team is in talks with key Justice Department officials in an effort to shield conversations Trump had while president. These talks are the first sign of direct communication between Trump's team and the federal criminal investigators who may investigate him about his January 6 actions. CNN senior crime and justice reporter Katelyn Polantz joins us now live with this exclusive reporting. Katelyn, how significant are these conversations?
Well, Jake, this is very significant. So everything we're seeing here is the Justice Department circling around Donald Trump, his West Wing, even his statements made on January 6th. And sources today are confirming to Kara Scannell, Kristen Holmes, Gabby Orr, and I that there is direct communication between the Justice Department and lawyers representing Donald Trump. And so this development is not just any types of communications. It's really building on a story that's been unfolding over the past couple weeks, where there were people from the office of the vice president being brought before the federal grand jury in Washington testifying about what they were hearing in the West Wing on January 6th. And then people in the White House counsel's office were receiving subpoenas to go to that grand jury. That tees up this possible privilege fight over executive privilege, what Trump was saying happening then. And then that leads to these conversations. That's what the conversations are about. And Trump's team is maintaining that Donald Trump has the ability to assert executive privilege and definitely protect the things that he believes should be secret about his presidency. The Justice Department on their end, they have a lot of history on their side, potentially giving them access to that, but they may have to go through the court first to get it.
You're also learning that Trump has personally been briefed on all this. How is his team handling all this internally?
Well, from what we know from our sources, they have been warning him that there are possible indictments coming in the January 6th investigation around him, and they are discussing defense strategies at least twice with him. He has been asking his lawyers and others if they think that he will be charged. But then, of course, this is Trump being Trump. Our sources say that he seems to be skeptical that he will possibly be charged, and even at times he doesn't even appear to be listening to what some of his advisors are telling him.
Well, that definitely sounds like Trump. He's also been warned about having conversations with certain individuals.
That's right. So his advisors are telling him, it might be the time to back off having direct conversations with some of the people that are getting caught or participating in these January 6 probes on the Hill, the Justice Department. That includes Mark Meadows, his former chief of staff in the White House, this person who really became central in what the House was investigating and potentially could be central in the Justice Department probe as well. We understand that Trump was advised to cut ties with Meadows. That hasn't actually fully happened. And this possibility that Meadows could become more central in the criminal probe, we haven't seen a lot of that evidence yet as far as what we're learning with this grand jury activity. But when asked about it, we asked Meadows' attorney what he thought about this, and his response was, all of it is idle and uninformed speculation, apparently by people that know little but talk a lot.
Okay. Katelyn Polantz, thank you so much. Great reporting. Appreciate it.